The Big Show with Night and Day. Pick up a Night and Day milk bar card and get your 6th shake for free.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show. The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Well, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Wednesday afternoon, the 6th of March, 2024. And you, my friends, as always, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Mogi, you stallion, how's life?
You're going pretty grousey, you rabid dog, you sick son of a bee. Yeah, having a good old week, man. Enjoying life just generally, and now that it's turned into the middle of winter,
Yeah.
I'm pretty stoked about that. Got my tight jeans on, got my tight undies on, got my tight singlet on. Staring at Keyzie. Life's good, brother.
Yes.
It's not even blinking at all.
Yeah, pretty hot. Speaking of winter coming, I had a guy come over today, a tradie come over to talk to me about heating options in my house. I'll get into that. I'll get into that later on. Keyzie, looking a bit ragged today. What's up, buddy? What's going on? Everything okay?
One day I'm going to come in like a tuxedo, looking as good as I possibly can, just to see what you'd say. Pretty ragged, Keyzie. Things are going well, actually. Got my Waz jersey on because the first team list of the year came out last night, so very exciting. Will be plenty of Waz chat in the show today, and the chance for someone to win a double pass to the opening game. So
DP.
I'm feeling good. A double pass, yeah, that's right.
Great stuff. Now, listen, we've got a big show coming up. All sorts of stuff to get through, so we don't want to muck around.
Just crack on.
Well, Mogi, he set his alarm at 5 o'clock. He's going to talk to us about
I've got a yarn about that.
We've got, and this is really exciting. Around 5 o'clock or just after 5 o'clock, a peer review. We're having a peer review of the big show.
Yeah, it's something
as done by Pug-san is going to be running it.
Well, it's something that the entire NZME building and the Hodaki office have had to do, and we've been excluded from it. And now it's time for the announcers to do it.
That's right.
So all of that is coming up. Hey, but listen, I want to know, where are you listening to the show and what are you wearing? Text us 3483 or give us a call on 0800 Hodaki, or send us a talk back on the iHeart Radio app, and everyone that does that goes in the draw to win a $50 Night Day voucher.
So good.
Should we get in some tunes, boys?
Okay.
Bit of Smashing Pumpkins?
Yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Crowded house there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon, 12 minutes past 4 o'clock.
Oh, hey, I had nearly had a good sleep last night, fellas.
That's great.
Just want to run this one past you, Hoity J. If you could just remain stum on this one there, Keyzie.
Oh, okay.
Because it's just about having kids and that, and I just don't know what you're going to be able to contribute.
Okay.
We'll see how we go.
I might offer like a different perspective, though. Okay, no, don't worry about it.
So I thought to myself, I'm going to get a good sleep because it's been pretty rough lately. Went to bed about 8 o'clock.
Yeah, that's early.
It is pretty, because I thought you were going to go 8:30, but 8.
Well,
no,
eventually, probably lights out about 8:30.
Yeah.
And then had big plans. So that was that I was going to go to the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning because I haven't got time during the day anymore. I just don't have time anymore, Jase. You know what I'm saying?
Amen, brother.
Keyzie.
Oh, sorry.
So I set my alarm for 5 o'clock there, but unfortunately, my daughter, who's about 4.5, she got up at midnight, 1, and then from 2 till 4. And what she was doing is she was complaining. Well, first of all, she just wanted to get up and have a yarn because I don't know about you, Jase, but, you know, sometimes kids like getting up and just coming into your bedroom, waking you up and having a yarn with you about this and that and the other.
Yes.
And then you say to them, why don't you go back to the bed? And they're like, nah, I'd rather have a yarn. I was like, please go back to bed. This is horrendous. But anyway, so I took her back to bed, and then 10 minutes up, she's up again, just as I'm nodding off. And this time she's complaining about an excruciating pain in her right foot.
Oh, no.
Keyzie. And so my wife was like, oh, it's fine, it can't be anything because nothing's happened, it can't be anything at all. But my daughter could not be consoled, so she was crying, you know. In her head it was real, but really she just wanted to stay up for a yarn.
Yes.
Remember before I was saying about the yarns they like having?
Yeah, having a little chat, yeah.
And so I took her back to bed, and she said, oh, my foot is really sore, crying and that. So I said, all right, I'll get you some ointment. So I went to the nearest place I could find some ointment, which was in the bathroom, and I got her some of her bluey toothpaste.
Yes.
Because it was dark, she couldn't see what it was. So I just got a handful of that, and I just took her sock off, and I rubbed bluey toothpaste all over her foot. She's got a good sense of smell, but she didn't pick up the mintiness.
Sure.
Thankfully. So I put the sock back on. Brand new. Kids love medicine.
Yes.
They love ointment. They love Band-Aids. And that was it, man. She went to bed, lights out, good as gold.
Yeah, I mean, as you know, Mogi, I've had 4 daughters.
Yes.
And sometimes you've got to be slightly deceitful.
Yeah.
In order, you've got to lie to them.
Really lying.
I remember
Oh.
when my daughter Scarlett, her pet rabbit, was eaten by a dog.
Oh, God.
And it was a horrendous nightmare scenario, and she was beside
Was
herself.
it a massacre?
It was a massacre. There was fur everywhere, and literally this dog had dug under the cage, and there wasn't any mesh under the cage, and got the rabbit. It was a bloodbath.
Oh, wow.
Keyzie.
And she was massively upset. And so I had to create a story about how the rabbit had reached a certain age and dug its way out because it was time to go. And she said, but what about all the fur? What about all the fur everywhere? And I said, look, darling, that's because your rabbit's starting a new life, so he has to shed his fur, and he has new fur so that he can start his new life out in the wilderness.
Yeah.
And that consoled her.
Oh.
Fortunately, she didn't ask about the blood
Or the guts.
or the guts. There was some guts on the inside, which you didn't
Right.
see.
Because do rabbits shed their eyeballs?
Sometimes, yeah.
That's such a good story, guys. Do we want the audience to send through things lies they tell their children?
Oh, I don't think it's lies. I think that's harsh.
Yes.
I think
Well, it's a lie.
the extent that you go to as a parent to ensure your child's happiness.
Indeed.
Can I put it that way?
Right, okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Stop pain.
Actually, can I just weigh in on this real quick?
Away you go, Keyzie.
What do you got, brother?
Oh, no, you haven't got anything, have you?
You've got
Well, I
no
just
kids.
remembered I've got no kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. It makes it hard.
Yeah, it does,
I was trying to
actually.
protect you at the
I'll
start
just-
when I said don't talk about it, but here we are.
I'll remain stum.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Audio Slave there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. But right now it's time for Sharpest Tool in the Shed.
That's right.
Here's how it works. We name 10 tools. You've got to name at least 5 tools in the 10 seconds we give you. And if you do that, you win a tool from Hikoki.
That's right. It's a game of memory under pressure. It's a
Yeah.
classic. And as we say, we've got plenty of Hikoki power tools to give away. This is all thanks to Placemakers and the Monster Tool Sale. It's back. It's bigger than ever. Either head into Placemakers or go online, grab yourself a deal. You can also score lots of prizes as well, so it's worth doing.
Who doesn't
Great
love
stuff.
prizes, man?
Yeah, I love prizes, Mogi. Jack, you mad bastard. How's life?
Good boys, yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
Yeah.
What do you do for a crust, Jack?
Oh, I'm in the outdoor shading industry.
Backbone. Nice.
Backbone. You like your tools, do you, Jack?
Of course.
Well, he's
Good on
named
you, mate.
after one, Jace. A Jack.
True.
First of all,
Yeah, very good. So you got how to play the game there, Jack. Are you ready to go, mate?
Yep.
Let's
Right,
do it.
So how it's going to work, Jack, we're going to name 10 tools really quickly. You've got to remember them and say at least 5 in 10 seconds. All right, Jase, you ready, mate?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Hammer.
Say it again.
Hammer.
Belt sander.
Anus press.
Trowel.
Measuring tape.
Durry crusher.
Sawhorse.
Sandpaper.
Shaft slide.
Lathe.
Go, Jack.
Hammer, belt sander, tape measure, trowel, sandpaper.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it just
That
in
was
time.
tight, man.
Good work, Jack.
That was
Nicely
tight. done,
mate.
Yeah, it was getting very tight. I felt like you were
was.
going to crumble in the middle there, Jack, but you pulled yourself together just in the nick of time, buddy. Keyzie, what has Jack won?
Jack, you have won yourself a Hikoki cordless impact driver.
Oh, stoked. How good.
How
Cheers,
good's
fellas.
that?
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah, boy.
That
Yeah.
is so
Absolutely
good.
buzzing.
Hey, stay on the line, Jack, and our good mate Pugsan in Studio B will take care of you, all right?
Cheers, boys.
What is that tool? Talk me through it, fellas. An impact
drill.
driver.
An
It's a
impact
drill.
driver, it's a drill that has like a hammer drive for like
It
push-
goes bang.
It goes bang, bang. It's for pushing in as well as.
So is that so? Like when you're doing the screw, you know,
Put some
goes
forward pressure on it.
It goes beyond the wood, so there's no
Nah,
sort of rough edge.
Yeah,
It
that's
goes,
it,
it goes a
man.
bit deeper.
It's shaped like a gun, and you point it at people and you go bang, bang.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now I got
And
you.
this one's Hikoki.
Sounds good, fellas.
Hikokizi.
Hey, now listen, coming up, old Keyzie has a bit of a proposal for the big show. We'll be getting into that next, but in the meantime, here's Pulp.
I do.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
David Bowie there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. On a serious note, Keyzie, can you not throw balls around in the studio while I'm trying to prep for the show? And Mogi too.
And I particularly don't want to hear those kind of vulgar comments being thrown around.
Yeah.
Right. So it was me throwing the balls and making the comments. Was it?
Okay. So
Foul.
let's just
Noted.
start. Let's just start fresh.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Fellas, I've got a proposal.
From now.
I think I've been having a really long and hard think about this.
What?
Something that we could all do together. Something that could help us with bonding. Also, it's, good
So
health.
far, I'm not liking where this is heading.
Hang on. I think 3 times a week, maybe 4 times a week, we all get together.
I only do it once a
Jase.
month now, Keyzie.
Just let me finish, all right? We all get together.
That's what you said.
We all get together 3 to 4 times a week, before the show, maybe 2 hours before the show. We chuck our runners on and our athletic gear, and we go for a bit of a run. Runners clubs are a thing nowadays, where you get together with your mates, you encourage one another to get your fitness going. It's good for your mental health. It's good for all that. We all meet up. We can brainstorm ideas. I think it would work really well in terms of bringing us all together. We get Pugs in on it as well. What do you reckon?
Well, how's this any different from the Runners Club that we've got with Pugs?
You've got one already?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
Runners Club.
Yeah. Have you got one? With
Yes.
Pugs?
It's me.
Yes.
Who's in it?
Pugs and me.
Okay. Jase, are you in it?
Jase.
Yes, I am.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Pugs, me, Jase. I think that's it.
No, just the 3 of us. Yeah.
Oh, so you're already doing one?
Yeah.
And you're right. All of those things you're saying about how it brings you together, it's good for your fitness, mental health.
Yeah, bond.
Absolutely.
Tick, 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 tick.
And the really cool thing about what we do too is with Pugs, he's really creative. So occasionally he'll put some, he'll set a little course for us, and we do, sort of scrubbaging across the ground on
Yes.
the nets and stuff, just to change it up a bit and keep our minds active. So it's never same boring run. So
Yes.
I always appreciate that he does that.
Yeah. I didn't realise you were. How long have you guys been doing this for?
Oh, since he started working here.
Right.
Yeah.
And whose idea was it?
Pugs.
Pugs' idea?
Yeah,
Pug's son.
Yeah, Pug's son.
Pugs. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And he pushes us hard, man.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
appreciate that. I remember actually, Mogi, when we first started with it, I was like, geez, he's a hard taskmaster.
Oh, is he
But
what?
Then I stand naked in front of the mirror and go, yeah, it was worth it.
Results. But do you want to... Sorry, man. Do you want to be involved?
Well, I had no idea you were doing it.
You can be.
I'd love to be involved.
Yeah, you can be. Because I'm over it. I'm going to step away.
Yeah, I'm stepping down too because of my mallet finger.
Oh, well, I mean, if you guys aren't doing it, then I won't. There's no point me doing
Pugs
it.
is just saying he's
No,
out.
no, Pugs is out too, actually. He's just
Oh, well,
shaking
if you
his-
guys are out, then I probably won't do it then.
Oh, I might start it up again.
Oh, you're going to start one up?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be into that.
Because I wouldn't go as hard as Pugs. Because if I'm going to be Pugs' master son,
Yeah.
then I probably won't go as
Are you
hard.
going to do it like a fresh one? Okay, well, maybe I could.
No, that sounds good.
Maybe I'll
Mogi.
join that one.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Is Pugs going to be in that one? Because I could join that one.
Pugs, are you going to be in that one, man?
Yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
Pugs
he's
is gonna
saying
be
yes.
in
So
that
we're
one.
full.
Oh,
we're full.
yeah.
What do you
It's
mean you're
3.
full?
We're chock-a-block.
Yeah, well, a runners club, you don't go any more than 3 ever.
That's one of the rules.
Right, it's just
That's the
a-
first rule of Run Club with Mogi.
Right, I've
Yeah.
seen.
No one talks
Massive.
about Run Club with
well,
Mogi.
can I just say, if there's ever a free spot in Run Club with Mogi, can you let me know?
Oh, sure. I mean, if one pops up, I don't see it
Yeah, okay,
happening.
cool.
But,
Yeah,
just keep it in
you'll be
mind.
the first to know.
Okay.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, what do we got coming up next hour? What? Oh, it says here that someone could win a double pass to the Warriors' first home game. That's pretty cool, eh, fellas?
Up the wires.
Yeah, that's really cool. Also, apparently, we have a peer review.
Yeah, we do have a peer review, actually. That'll
run
be-
by Pug's son.
It'll be quite serious, that, actually. So we have to put our professional hats on for that, all right? Fellas?
Yeah, well, it'd be good if he did put a hat on because your hair at the moment
Jase.
is just all over the shit.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Wednesday's going along very nicely indeed and you're getting through the hump day. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. Now, exciting news. You need to be tuned in to the show on Friday afternoon because we have a major, very exciting announcement to make on Friday afternoon, and I can tell you, because all of us here in the team know what that news is.
I know what it is.
We are fizzing, aren't we,
fizzing.
boys?
I particularly am fizzing harder than everyone else, I think. Wouldn't you say, fellas?
Yeah, probably, Keyzie, probably.
What's
but
that mean?
Make sure that you tune in on Friday because it's going to be a big announcement.
It is huge.
Also,
gonna be
remember,
big.
everyone that texts on 3483 or sends us a talk back on the iHeartRadio app or calls us on 0800 Hodaki goes in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher.
That's right, and if you're ever heading past at night and day and you're a bit thirsty, I know I have done that exact thing. And what I've done in that situation is go into night and day and order myself a thick shake. And I got myself a milk bar card, fellas. And then once I had that card, every single sixth thick shake was actually free.
Every single sixth.
Every single
Sixth.
sixth thick shake was free.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like the old coffee cards that you used to have when they do a little stamp there. And you do 5
Jase.
coffees,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
And the
yeah.
6th one would
But it
be
used to
free.
be 10.
Jase.
Yeah, or
But
sometimes
now
it would be
now
10.
It's 5 and
Jase.
6.
Occasionally,
Wow.
there was one place
Jase.
actually that you had to do 8,
Oh.
which I thought was
Jase.
about. I mean, I don't want to buy 8 coffees before I get a free
Jase.
one. You know what I'm? Yes, Keyzie.
That is exactly what it's like. Well done.
Good stuff, mate. Hey, coming up next, we did the Big Show peer review for the year. Has to be done. A bit of an audit of all our performances, etc.,
Yeah.
etc., etc. In the meantime, let's get back to the tunes.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. AC/DC there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show, Wednesday afternoon.
It's 12 minutes past 5. Guys, I don't know if you've noticed, but the entire office and, in fact, the entire company, NZME, that we work for, over the past 2 weeks has been completing like peer review things and evaluations that basically give upper management an idea of how satisfied we are with our workplace, the tools we're using, and also the people we're working with.
Sure.
I was of the understanding that announcers didn't have to do one of these, but it turns out we do have to do it, but ours is sort of separate. Because we work in a small group together, announcers and producer, Pugs, we kind of have to...
Pugson!
That's right, Pugson. We kind of have to rate sort of one another. And so we
We
figure...
have to what?
Like rate one another.
rate.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
yeah. So...
Is this a good idea to be doing sort of live on a sort of radio show?
Because we want people to be honest.
We've got to
And
be
my
honest.
concern would be that you wouldn't want to embarrass somebody, so that you give them a more generous... Anyway.
Yeah,
Well, look,
but no, that's cool.
I swear I'm going to be honest. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I'm professional enough to say I'm going to be honest. So, Pugs, do you want to... Oh, there's a few questions, So
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's also one of those things where like you guys are pretty hard to nail down. I guess
sure.
to have these kinds of chats.
Sorry, Pugson. Are you going to play that music you play when you...
Please don't play the music.
Well, I just feel like this is a professional environment. and
yeah,
that would-
if
yeah,
we can
okay.
just
Sorry.
just for a second, Jase, if you wouldn't mind.
Sorry, Pugson.
No, that's okay.
Is this your number one?
Sorry, no, I'll get rid of that. No, you're right.
No,
Number
that's
3.
quite distracting.
Yummy
isn't it?
boys ahead of that. So if I can just take you through the slider here, or how I want you guys to rate these. So you've got strongly disagree at one end, disagree, neutral, that's if you don't have an opinion, and then agree and strongly agree.
Okay,
Everybody
yeah,
got
cool.
those?
Okay.
And we'll run through each of you and we'll sort of gauge. We need a unified answer, don't we?
I think
Well, everybody's going to have a different feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
That's
true.
the vibe I'm getting there, Pugson.
Okay, sure. So do you want to start with me as the example?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
on.
sure. So what, we're rating you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So that's out of 10.
Strongly
No.
agree.
Hang on, let him read the question,
Oh,
guys.
If I
right,
could just-
okay, yeah,
the first
yeah.
question. I feel that in the past 12 months, I've done my job to the best of my abilities.
You do? You should.
I
reckon you
I-
should.
I'd
You
put
should be
agree-
proud
I'd put
of the
agree
effort.
there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd probably not strongly agree. I'd certainly agree, though, Pugs.
Oh.
Oh, you think there's some room for improvement?
Well, I just think the moment you say strongly agree, like he might start.
It sounds like he's
coasting.
talking himself
What?
up. You're saying it's a bit arrogant.
You guys can lock in strongly agree. I might just say agree.
Oh,
I
can
might,
I
no,
actually-
you're right, actually. I'll say disagree.
Can I
hang on.
actually say neutral on that one? Because sometimes, especially in the last sort of 3 weeks, you've been in a hoo of a mood.
He
and
has
it
been in a hoo of a
it
mood,
can
but I think
actually
it's the
affect your
pressure
performance.
it's been the pressure of knowing that this assessment was coming up.
Maybe. So I'll just go neutral if you don't
Okay,
mind.
so we've got
Pugs.
a neutral from Jase.
Yeah.
You've got a-
I disagree because I
Okay.
want you to continue to work hard and strive, even though I think you're doing a great job.
And so I will say agree because I think you are doing a good job.
Okay,
Jeez, that's a bit harsh, Keyzie.
Bit of a brown noser there, Keyzie. Anyway, all good.
So Jase, I guess same question for you. So what was the question again, Pugs, for Jase?
I feel that in the past 12 months, I've done my job to the best of my abilities.
Oh, look, I've got to strongly agree with that.
I think I'll just go and not for any reason, Jason, don't read into this. I'm just going to go neutral on that, just because, the Big Show's not the number one show in the world yet. So the moment that happens, I'll bump it up a bit for you.
Yeah. Hey, Pugs, son.
Yeah, man.
Do I get to rate Keyzie as well?
That will come around. We're just on you at the moment,
cool.
Jase.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd strongly agree with that.
Thanks,
Okay.
Mogi.
Okay,
With
cool.
what you were saying, Keyzie.
Oh, okay, so
But
neutral.
the rating I'll give you, Jase, though, because I know management looks at this shit. I'll say strongly agree with Jase.
Yeah, thanks,
Backbone.
mate.
Okay,
Good on
sure,
you.
Okay.
sure. Okay, yeah.
I mean, we're supposed to be
Strongly
honest,
agree.
but okay.
Do I do this one as well?
Yeah, okay.
For Jase?
Yeah. What do you think?
Look, since I'm running it, it's probably just safest if I say
Yeah, you said
neutral.
this one.
Neutral.
Yeah,
You-
yeah,
two
just
neutrals.
won't have an opinion.
Okay.
Well, and I'd rather you didn't really sort of have an opinion either way, especially when you're in a mood.
Oh, then
Yeah,
maybe I'll
true.
go disagree.
Yeah,
Just for
actually,
that
I
one.
think
Yeah.
I might go disagree as well because that's
Yeah.
just reminded me of what Jace is really like. So, so I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
So, what was the question again? It's
I feel that in the past...
strongly agree.
Yeah, okay,
Strongly agree, fellas.
Ah.
What do you
Oh,
think?
are you asking me?
Yeah.
I was
Strongly
just
agree.
letting it sink in what you were saying about you.
Oh, okay.
What does it go? Neutral.
It goes strongly disagree.
There's nothing below strongly.
Well, we don't
Disagree?
really need to.
No, they haven't put one in there.
That seems like a
Okay.
mistake.
Yeah.
Can I go neutral and just with an asterisk, we need another option that's lower than strongly disagree?
Right. I mean, I don't think that's fair. I mean, I feel like we.
No, I'm not saying for you.
Oh,
I'm just
okay,
saying
yeah.
generally speaking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Strongly disagree.
Yeah.
Am I able to split the atom here a little bit and strongly disagree and disagree in between the two?
Right. I feel like if you just lock one of those in. or-
Okay, strongly disagree.
Oh.
Sure, okay.
Okay. How much more of this have we got to do, by the way?
There were 3 other questions.
Okay. Well, we might have to come back to this,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Are you sure
We
you're
might have
strongly?
to do an hour-long podcast.
Okay.
This is good, though. It's good to get
good to
sort
get
of-
it out in the
yeah,
open.
get it out in the
Yeah,
I
open.
don't think
get a
it's
bit
that much of a
feedback.
great idea, actually.
It's
I'm
good
liking
because
it.
nobody's asking me, so I'm all good.
Well, you're next up on the block there, Mogi. Here's Blur.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
REM there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Wednesday afternoon. If you're just joining us, we're doing the in-house peer review of our performance over the year, something that every business has to do,
Yeah.
where you assess your own performance and the performance of those that you work with, etc., etc. Run by, well, I guess you'd call him the mediator here, Pugsan.
Yeah, look, mediator, Jase, but also I'm part of this
You're
as
part of
well.
the team,
you guys
for
are,
sure.
Obviously, your opinions are welcome
Yeah.
on reviewing my performance.
Yeah. So we've
Can
locked
I
in.
just downgrade your one because I didn't like the way you talked to me just then?
Yeah, whatever you like, man. I can write that in.
So what's the next question there, Pugsan?
I feel like I behave professionally in the workplace.
We're talking about Mike here, are we?
We'll start
we'll
with
start
Mike.
with you, Mike.
What are the options? The good ones?
The good
Strongly agree.
and agree. Yeah.
Jase, I'll give you a strongly agree on this one if you give me a strongly agree.
Well, hang on. That's
Done.
not how.
Okay,
it's-
I'd strongly agree with that.
No, that's not how it works. You can't.
Easy, what are you going with there, big fella?
Well, even what you guys just did then showed a lack of professionalism. I'm going to go disagree.
Okay.
Just to
just so
balance it
you
out.
know, it's
What?
going to be my turn soon, and Jace's.
Oh,
Yeah,
Turn
yeah,
C.
yeah.
Well,
You-
can I upgrade mine then? If I upgrade mine, will you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll go agree then, but not strongly. I'll go agree.
I feel like there's
Okay.
some room to move there.
Yeah.
Because imagine if you got strongly agree, Keyzie. How
Actually,
good would
yeah.
that look for you? Because you're an
Okay.
up-and-coming broadcaster.
Yeah, okay, I'll go strongly agree
Strongly
then.
agree, okay,
nice
good.
fellas, this is good actually.
Thanks,
Can I
guys.
get in on that
appreciate
as
that.
well?
Oh, yeah, what do you
yeah,
go,
yeah,
Pugsan?
you
Well,
can get that
if I
for
can
sure.
get a strongly agree.
Yeah, you can have a
okay,
strongly
I'll go
agree.
strongly agree.
Oh
Yes.
man, I've done
Yeah.
pretty well there.
Yeah, nice work, bro.
Well, let's do maybe me next then for this one.
Sure.
We'll
What's
stop
the
it.
question again?
I feel like I behave
Well, we've all got strongly agree on
Professionally in
that
the
one.
workplace.
Yeah. So
So for Keyzie?
yeah, so strongly agree, obviously, and
Yeah,
fellas.
we're all good there. Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah,
No, I'll just go, because you did that for Mogi, I'm going to upgrade you as well and just disagree on that one.
Okay, you don't want to go a bit further than that?
No.
Because I thought we had a deal where I would strongly agree
But
with
that's
you.
locked in now, eh?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Once
just
it's
It's a
in
shame
the...
because
Once it's in
once
there,
it's
I've
locked
checked it on
in
the
there.
sheet. It's in pens,
Yeah, it's
so
locked
it's...
in.
Well, you could just cross it out.
Disagree.
That would look
Damn it.
unprofessional.
Hoity J.
Oh, we've already agreed.
Yes, okay, good.
Yeah,
Well, hang on, I want to downgrade mine. Have we locked mine in for Jase yet?
Yeah, well, because you
Those
said
are locked
earlier that
in.
you were
Yeah.
locking it in.
Oh,
Yeah, so
What's the next question?
if I can, I'll go... I think I'll go neutral for that one, Jace. Just keep it...
I
keep it
thought you
chill,
already
keep it low-key.
strongly agreed.
Oh, not for
Oh, is that-
Jace.
oh, is that
for
just
you,
for
I
me?
did.
Oh,
Absolutely,
good.
because, you're...
right,
for
okay.
me.
Man,
I've got to
come-
be honest with you, Pug son. You're cruising for a bruising, buddy.
See, that's what I mean. That's why
That's
he
not
shouldn't be.
super
Actually, I might
professional in the
downgrade you,
workplace.
Jace, then, because that's not professional.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
at all.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I might
Actually-
go strongly disagree.
Pugs, could I upgrade Mogi? I originally wanted to agree because the way he stood up to Jase like that,
Yeah.
I
I'm running
think
out of space on the page.
I would just we're not. What would you?
Can I strongly disagree with Mogi now?
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Killer's there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. The time is 5:35, which means it's time for...
Time to chat footy with me, Keyzie. What are the Warriors up to? It's back. It's back. By the way,
Have you missed it, Keyzie?
Yes. Every single home game this year, fellas, we're going to have a double pass to give away. So if you would like to win
DP.
one to the first home game this Friday, a DP, give us a call now on 0800 Hodaki.
So
Oh,
we
wow.
will say something like, who wants a DP?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they give us a call on 0800 Hodaki.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
0800 Hodaki if
So
you'd
it's
like
a
a
double
double
pass of the Warriors home game.
this Friday. That's right.
So good.
Give us a call now. So the Warriors, the first team list of the year was named last night. Some notable exclusions. You've got Chance Nickel-Klukstad is not starting
injured.
at fullback. And no, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck's not going to be at fullback. It's going to be Tane Tuopiki. Coach Webster has shown a sort of preference to let the guys who are training in those positions step up rather than shift his starting side around. It's something the Panthers do as well, so that's good. And actually, I think Chance could be out for maybe even 5 games, we might find. So,
Chance.
Chance. There's a chance that Chance
Right, yeah.
could
okay.
be out to like maybe for 5 games. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck is starting in the centres, which is very exciting.
Dadoosh.
He'll be shoring up that left side, so we've got that devastating and efficient right side. We've now got Roger on the left, which is bloody exciting. Another notable exclusion, actually, Jase Tuvanga, who's always provided some spark, some mana off the bench. He's been left out of the starting 17, fellas. So you've got...
Didn't have a great pre-season,
No,
though, did he?
He had a bit of a shocker, to be honest. But you've got Tom Arlea coming off the bench, Bunty R4. Dylan Walker is still there, and then Freddie Lussick providing some cover. So that Wade Egan at hooker doesn't have to play a full game because he's had a pretty injury-riddled run. So it's very exciting. In the halves, you've got Sean Johnson, not Tamati Martin, though, Luke Metcalf, who showed promise last year.
I was a big fan of Luke.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of
Well,
potential.
of course, partner was Sean Johnson in the halves. They played 12 games together, won 10 out of 12.
So
Yes.
you're not going to argue with that, are you? He's a young fella. He can only get
Well, he
better as
could.
well. Which is, I mean, you could argue that Tamaiti or even Chanel Harris-Tavita, who's back, could be in there. No doubt we'll see them later in the season. But I am feeling great. The only thing is Nico Hines, who is the Sharks star player, one of the best in the entire competition. He has been named despite an injury. So he will be playing for them, and we'll have to keep an eye on him. So.
Well, a couple of points, if I may, Keyzie.
yes.
Niakora he's
yeah.
out. He's got a fractured foot.
That's right.
They're not too sure how bad it is. We're going to find out, but that's really buggered with our forwards and our
Harden up.
bench. And outside of that, the Sharks are the worst starters in the NRL, having won only one time in the last 10 attempts in the first game of the year.
Wow.
So they lost 9 out of their last 10 in the first round. So
Yes.
the Warriors have won 4 out of their last 5. You'd feel we're pretty good. We're going to be at home. I imagine it's going to be a sellout.
Just quickly as well, on Murata, the good thing about this team at the moment is, even without him, we've still got Adam Fanua-Blake, Wade Egan, Mitch Barnett, Jackson Ford, Kurt Capel, Tohu Harris, and then Bunty, Tom Ali, and Dylan Walker off the bench. We're not actually that desperate, you know what I mean? Which is excellent.
Oh, it's so good. Hey, Billy from West Auckland, you mad bastard. How's life?
G'day, mate. Pretty good.
Yeah,
Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. You obviously love your Rugby League.
Oh, I love it, mate. Can't get enough.
Yeah,
Bloody ripper.
you feeling good about the Warriors this season, mate?
Yeah, mate, it's our year this year.
Hell yeah. I like that. I'm going to use that saying. It's hell yeah. That's good.
Yeah, nice.
Hey, Billy, would you like a double pass to the first game, mate?
Oh, I'd be stoked. Yep.
Bloody
Yes,
ripper. You've got yourself one, mate. So grab a mate or a partner or whoever and head along on Friday, okay?
Wicked, thank you.
Good
No
on you,
worries.
man. Stay on the
Good.
line. Pakistan will take care
Just
of
like
you.
that.
Yeah, man.
One last thing, too. Every single Warriors game, there's going to be alternative commentary, including myself, Di Henwood, Ben Hurley, Mania Stewart, and others as
Jason
well.
Hoyt, Mogi.
Oh.
Pug Son's going to jump in there as well.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, totally, man. Hey.
But hang on, it's going to be on Sky Sport 9.
Yeah.
All
okay.
season,
That's
every
the thing,
Warriors
'cause
game.
it's going to be from the ground, like I'm keen.
Yeah, totally. Hey, now listen, it's time also now for Keezie's Yummy Boy of the Week.
Oh, that's right.
Keezie's Yummy Boy of the
Oh.
Week.
Now, this will be interesting because it's a whole new season. We've got a bit of fresh cattle in there as well. And, it's hard at the start of the season to know who you're really going to be keen on running your eye across everybody. Who's it going to be this week, Keyzie?
I'll be keeping an eye on the new boy, hot fella, Kurt Capewa. Fresh signing, experienced. I'll be keeping an eye on him this week. And
Yeah, nice.
he's so yummy, fellas.
Oh,
Could you be loved?
I'm going to put this on when I'm driving out to the Warriors on Friday.
Are you going to the game?
Yeah, cool.
Just say no.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. Just a tune I wrote a little while back there. Indeed. Hey, fellas, it's getting a bit nippier. I don't know if you've noticed it.
It's cold, man.
The last little week.
Yeah.
The old weather's certainly taken a turn, Mogi.
Yeah.
As you stated, summer took its time getting here and winter's wasted no time at all.
Yeah.
Or more specifically, autumn. So I thought to myself, I need to get the heating sorted out of my house.
Sure.
Because I'm not having another winter. I talked about it last year. I'm not having another winter like last year. I'm sick and tired of having a freezing house.
How long have you been in that house?
18 years.
18 years, my God.
Yeah. And we have a scenario where we have a fireplace and it's beautiful and warm in the lounge, and then when you go to bed, it's like freezing cold in the rest of the house.
Yeah.
So I had a dude come over to talk heating with old Hoity J, a tradie. And I've talked about this before, but I get into this weird mode, and I think it comes from a place of desperate insecurity, where I try and pretend like I'm a bit of a tradie myself.
Yeah.
And, like I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, so you try and take on almost
Like
yeah.
a tradie's persona, basically.
Yeah. Because
And
I heard you do that the other day when you were ordering sushi as well.
Oh, did you? And how did that go?
Yeah, how did that go, Keyzie?
How did that go? What was I doing?
No, well, let's stay to the story,
Well,
Jase.
no,
Come on,
I-
let's stay to the story.
Yeah, but anyway, so this dude, a big burly bastard of a man he
Oh,
was.
was he
racist?
He looked like your classic trade. He had the Bloodstone boots.
Bald head.
Bald head, yes. Tracky pants and quite a tight-fitting sort of T-shirt.
Tall
Do you know
belt.
why he was bald? Because he's got so much testosterone pumping around Keyzie.
Yeah,
His hair
totally.
falls out.
So I say, g'day, mate, because I put this voice on, how you going, mate? Yeah, Jase, yeah, bloody, bloody, blah.
What
But-
voice?
Same one.
And I immediately start cracking jokes. You know what I mean? Yeah. And can I just say, slightly off-colour jokes too.
Oh,
slightly,
God.
a little bit blue, and then pissing myself laughing at my own jokes, and I sort of whack them on the shoulder and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was quite interesting this time because we were about 10 minutes into it, and I was showing around the rooms in the house and stuff, and I realised that the entire time I'd had my hand down my pants and I was holding my bullets.
Yeah.
Sort of tradie-like.
Backbone.
I don't know if you've noticed that with tradies. They wear their trackies and they've got their hands down their
They
pants.
don't wear trackies.
Just holding their massive balls.
They
So I was
usually wear
doing that.
shorts or whatever.
And then, I'm carrying on cracking the jokes. We're about 25 minutes in, and I said, geez, this is going on a bit, mate. How do you say we have a durry and a bit of a smoko? So he just sat down on the couch and talked shit for 30 minutes about other stuff.
Yeah.
Got back up, and then we came to no conclusion at all. I gave him a bit of a whack on the arse, and that was it, really.
Yeah, cool.
Right. So what's so you're getting heating put in, or
Oh, probs not. There's other stuff I need to get done around the house before I do that.
I just want you didn't want it to be as cold as it was last year,
Yes.
but it's been cold like that for 18 years.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I think last year was where I reached my point of I'm not doing this anymore.
You started feeling the cold, probably
I-
because you're getting into your
Yes.
40s now.
Yeah, I'm in my early 40s, and it's a little bit nippy and stuff. But I've got to fall out of this habit of trying to be like a tradie. I'm
You
not
do.
a tradie.
Yeah, you're not a tradie, man, but you could have been if you wanted to.
Oh,
That's the thing, man.
Look, I know my stuff, Don't worry about that.
Because I can see you out on the old the building site there. You've got your tool belt on, you've got your singlet on, you've got a pot belly, you've got a dart hanging out of your mouth there. You've just smashed your thumb with a hammer. You're effing and jeffing at your apprentice. You're on the verge of bankruptcy. You're sculling a V.
You got a massive nose.
I'm eating a pixie caramel.
That's right. You got your ass crack hanging out the back there,
Yes.
and your bullets hanging out the front there. That's classic builder stuff, man.
Yeah, totally, mate, totally.
You're a tradie through and through, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly, Mogi.
You tick all those boxes standing out here in the bloody kitchen.
I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're not going to install anything? You're just going to leave it?
Oh, look, man, as I say, there's plenty that needs to be done before I get into that sort of stuff.
Would you contemplate insulation, man? I mean, I know that's not really backbone stuff, but
What, insulating?
yeah. It's for socks, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you're contemplating insulation, you need to harden up
Maybe
a bit.
should I pull mine out of my house?
Yeah,
then?
you should.
Bring it over to mine, actually, Keyzie, if you don't
what?
mind.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
In excess there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. The time is 5 minutes to 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. What happens between 6 and 7, fellas?
Bit of tally chat with old Mogi.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And then I'm pretty sure there's an award-winning segment called What's for Tea New Zealand with me. Where people send in what they're having for dinner and say where they're from and their name to 3483, and then they could win a $50 night and day voucher.
That's a good prize. That's one of the hottest prizes in radio.
It is, man. Incidentally, what did you have for dinner last night, Keyzie? Because you didn't know.
Last night I went to a TV premiere, which I'll talk about later on during the TV segment.
Good idea.
And there was a whole lot of mini sliders, so I ate like 5 of those.
Slide.
Little burgers, you know.
Yeah, nice. All that after 6 o'clock. Your backbone. Stay tuned.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. Someone had the audacity to make a comment on our Instagram account about my mallet finger, saying that it doesn't look like those hands have done any hard labour for a single day of his life.
Right.
I take offence to that.
Yeah.
So suggesting I'm some sort of soft
It's true, though.
kind
Isn't it?
of
some
dude.
soft on.
Yeah.
Well, how did you injure it again?
I knocked it when I was picking up a blazer off the ground.
Nah, you're hardcore, man. Hey, fellas, just on Night and Day, by the way, if you'd like to win yourself a $50 Night and Day voucher, they are the proud sponsors of this very show. Text through on 3483 what you're having for dinner and who you are, and you could win one.
Hey, maybe you're one of those people that likes to, when they're driving home, put a podcast on in their car and listen to that on the way home. Why don't you try the Big Show podcast outro?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Or the Big Show on Hodaki on the radio.
Yeah, that'd be so good. Which is where we go outside the box a bit. We're not restricted by sort of complaints and that sort of thing. Today we talked about I wouldn't have a clue, so let's have a listen, shall we?
Yeah, this is about beans. Didn't you, Jase, get in trouble for after you left, you snuck back in and stole baked beans and they caught you?
That's right.
No, that was at the hostel.
Yeah, but then was it? And then
Yeah, it wasn't
someone caught you and they were just like,
Housemaster caught us.
I just wasted out of your mind with
Holding
a giant
massive
can of baked
baked
beans.
in the lounge.
And they were just like, just go.
Yeah, and
Get
that's
outta
what
here.
he was.
That's great,
His
though.
name was Mr. Smith, and he was, wheat. Yeah, that was a time after I left school when my mate and I were starving, Mogi.
Yeah.
We'd been having a bit of a session, I'll be honest with
Don't
you.
ruin it.
And, yeah,
It's on the podcast.
go and check the podcast out
Yeah.
if you want the rest of that
Tell
story.
you what, people will be going straight there,
Oh, my
I reckon.
God.
I mean, it doesn't come out till after 7.
If you want baked bean chat from about 30, 40 years ago,
Yeah.
there's only one podcast you go to.
And I'll tell you this, baked beans never tasted as good as they did that night, mate.
Yeah. So
Damn
if you're keen
straight,
to
brother.
find it, search Hodaki Big Show wherever you get your podcast from.
Speaking of something tasting good, what's for tea New Zealand with me, Keyzie. Text through on 3483. What's on your plate tonight? And we'll get into that after these next couple of tunes.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Judy Smash there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show, Wednesday afternoon, the final hour of the show and the final hour of our hump day, fellas. But right now
Man.
it's time for, yes.
It feels like Wednesday.
Yeah, it does feel like Wednesday, eh?
That is hump day.
Yeah. Hey, right now it's time for...
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Text here from Steve. What's for Tea New Zealand? With me, Keyzie. So good, guys. A lot of texts here on 3483 with what people are having for dinners. So because of that, they're all now in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher. What are you having for dinner, though, fellas?
Interesting, actually, because I talked about the tradie that came over today. I was cooking a soup, my famous carrot and pumpkin spicy soup.
I've never heard of it.
It's bloody beautiful. And he came in and said, Jesus, that smells bloody beautiful. So I'll be having that with a bit of a couple of pieces of toast and some peanut butter on the toast. I'll be hoeing in. I'll probably add a bit of extra chili too, because I'm trying to up my chili kind of... tolerance, because it's dropped so badly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you are pretty intolerant. It's probably a good idea. Mogi?
I never know, but last night I had a bit of a taco situation. Thanks very much, guys. Really lovely.
Yeah,
what does
good.
that mean, a taco situation? You just had tacos?
Well, I stood in the kitchen and I grabbed some corn chips and I stuck it into the goop that was in the frying pan, and I just
nachos.
ate that while I did the dishes.
Interestingly,
Nachos.
just
Yeah, I
on
couldn't
that
remember the word.
front, Mogi, last night I did the same thing, because my wife had made pasta and then gone out, and I went, I'm not having that, so I made myself a homemade salsa with corn chips.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice, man.
Thank you, man.
Good work, man. Lots of texts on 3483, guys. Sam here just dedouging some donuts with Dijon mustard for dinner. Delicious.
Donuts with mustard.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that before.
No, never.
I'm not prepared to rule it out.
No, I am.
But I would do it with somebody else's. I wouldn't do it with ones I'd paid for.
Sure.
I'm not a big donut guy though.
I am. I like the big creamy ones.
Big creamy donut.
Yeah, I love a big creamy donut.
Stop repeating it. Hey, guys.
Hi.
This is Will from Whakatane.
Whakatane.
Having a tuna salad. Cheers.
No.
Is that like tuna out of a can or actual tuna?
I don't know if you'd use actual tuna in a salad.
No,
I just use the canned stuff, you know?
Yeah,
I like
maybe.
a tuna steak or strips or
Sure.
something along those lines.
G'day, guys.
Hey,
For dinner tonight, we're having a slow-cooked beef casserole on mashed tatties. That's from Josh in Wainui o Mata.
are the potatoes lumpy?
Yes, I just clicked on it and it the text expanded out with
Yeah.
more details.
Yeah.
It says here the potatoes are lumpy
Sure.
and the
Yeah, okay,
casserole's
well.
got mushrooms in it.
Can you read the third one down there, Keyzie? That one concerns me.
Becoming a bit of a habit, but I haven't pre-read this. This is dodgy. My wife went to Pink last night in Dunners. Oh, stoked. Drove back early this morning and is a bit too tired to cook dinner, so it looks like it's a cold beer and Cadbury peppermint twirls from me. That's from Nev.
It's old Nev. You know, the thing about it is, Nev, you could cook some dinner for your poor wife who's feeling all tired.
Yeah.
Or you could have a few beers and some Cadbury peppermint twirls, your backbone.
Peppermint twirls, though.
G'day, guys. Just ripped all the insulation out of my house and having a big bowl of cement for tea. That's from
Backbone.
Tommy.
Yeah,
good
backbone.
on you, Tommy.
Yeah. How many more do you want?
Oh,
I
another
want to know
half
what you're
dozen.
having.
Me?
Yes.
I think
Pork
we're having
mince?
pork tacos with pork mince. I think we're having pork
Are
mince
you
taco.
actually?
Yeah, I think we are.
You are pork mince, man. That's what you're made out of. You eat pork mince every day.
You know what I love? Where you get a pig and you just mince it all up.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah,
eat
sure.
that. That's what I love. Yeah.
Good stuff, Keyzie. Good stuff.
Thanks,
That was
Jase.
your best one yet, I reckon.
Hey, Keyzie.
Huh?
It's good having you on board, brother.
Hey, Mogi. Compliments to the chef, brother.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, indeed, the darkness there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show. We're nearly over hump day, fellas, so just hang in there, hang in
Okay.
there. But
Yeah.
right now it's time for What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue. Yeah!
What did you watch, Mogi?
Last night I watched the fantastic movie Cannonball Run.
Oh, that old doozy. Jeez, that's going back a few years.
Yeah, it's a goodie, isn't it? It's got old Burt Reynolds in it. There's Tom DeLuise in there as well, I think. Trying to remember. Hell of a movie, probably from 1982, 1981 it is, it says here. They had a couple of them. It's just a bit of a road trip, Keyzie. A little bit of a race across country and hijinks ensue. Probably not the best written thing I've ever seen in my life, but if you like cars like I do, and like you do, Hoodie Jane, you've always been big into your cars,
Yeah.
You are going to love...
So I'd probably like it then.
Who?
Me.
Well, your dad would.
Oh,
certainly.
Don would certainly like it. Burt Reynolds was kind of Mogi like a really good-looking, sexy Keyzie.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Because he had the famous Black Mo. Good-looking man.
Oh, God.
Very good-looking man.
Very, very good looking. Of course, he posed for Playgirl
Yes, he did.
on a rug in front of a fire there, Keyzie.
I remember
why,
that.
And why wouldn't you if you had a bod like that?
Yeah, indeed.
Was he also in Deliverance?
He was in Deliverance, yeah.
Yes, he was. What,
Was he in
what a
Smokey and the
move.
Bandit?
He was also in Boogie Nights.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't that Travolta?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's Saturday Night Fever, actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
I watched Trump the first year.
Oh, God.
Wow, you
Was
must
it a
have really
comedy?
racked yourself up.
This is the thing. This is the thing that no one knows about me. I'm obsessed by Trump, but I never talk about politics on the show, and I never will because I hate that SOB. But that's what I did. I'm going to go a few documentaries.
What, just rack yourself up?
I'm going Well, it's quite fascinating. You don't
But were
realise.
you effing and jeffing?
Oh, a little bit, but you just don't know. I don't think people realise how utterly incompetent and chaotic his presidency was. But fascinating. I enjoyed it. Keyzie, what did
Where
you
would you
watch?
find something like that?
YouTube.
Oh, God.
Last night I went to the TVNZ premiere of James Musterpick, who's a great comedian. His new TV show, James Musterpick, His Mum a Man, which
His
is a
what?
confusing name. And it comes out tomorrow, Thursday, I believe. It is the funniest New Zealand-made show I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, since Talkback, you were saying.
Since Talkback, I'd say. It's like, because he had another one which was called Abandonment Issues, which was okay. It was reasonably funny. This one, from start to finish, I laughed through 3 episodes. One moment between him and his mum and his former lover is so awkward and so laugh out loud funny that everyone in the theatre was like, oh my God. And his mum is an absolute trooper about
She
the whole
is.
thing. She's excellent.
Great. Great.
So I highly recommend it. It comes out tomorrow. James Musterpick, His Mum a Man on TVNZ Plus.
What
Hey,
people-
what's that on? TVNZ Plus, yeah.
Just on that, by the way, a little bit of an announcement. I'm going to be doing a show with Keyzie's mum, Jason Mon, it's called, and that's in the early stages at the moment. So hopefully,
Jase.
end of this year.
Jase, seriously, I want to give you a hiding after this. Jase.
You're saying that the title, because you're going to be interviewing her about her life,
Yes.
it's going to be
Don't.
called... What?
Whatever you've got a stupid look on your face. Whatever you're about to say, just don't do it. Okay, we'll go on
It's
then.
called Jason on Mon.
Oh yeah.
No, not yet.
Oh, tune
That's
with
a tune, boy.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
The Mutton Birds there on the radio, Hodaki Big Show. Why haven't I got a Warriors shirt, by the way?
I haven't got one. You think I've got one, man?
Yeah,
I've been
well, I
back in
mean-
those deadbeats for 25 years.
Same.
Like, you
Well,
could buy
actually,
one.
29 years. Shit.
I find it.
You could buy one.
I find it crazy that you and I, Mogi, who have been there from the get-go for the Warriors, don't get a jersey, and bloody Keyzie, who's jumped on the bandwagon scenario,
Bandwagon.
the last year or two, he gets a brand new one.
Look, I admire people that can get behind their team that way. I do. I personally find it, and this will have no effect on anybody else's life whatsoever or the sales of every single jersey. I find it weird to wear a jersey if you're not in the team. I've
Okay.
always felt that way.
Yes.
Like, I find it weird. I think if you're in the team, you get to wear the jersey. I don't get to wear an All Blacks jersey. I'm not an All Black. That's how I feel about it.
Okay.
It's a very weird take, actually.
Is it though?
Yeah,
I
crazy.
Think it's a weird take to wear the jersey when you're not in the team. That's
Right.
how I feel about it. But I'm also aware that people love it, and that's the thing. People love the Wars. They love everything else, so they wear the
You're
they wear the
the first
stuff.
person I've ever met with that opinion. That's crazy.
And there's a lot of people out there too that have every jersey from the Wars, don't they?
They do, and I've been following these guys on Instagram, and they jump on there and they're like, I have heard a rumor that, and this is it's not official, and I can't reveal my sources, but this Penrith jersey from 1992 is going to be their Heritage Round jersey, and I can't confirm where I heard it, and it's just like, and it's got 30,000 likes.
Right.
It's amazing. People love The merch.
Yeah, they do, mate.
I love the merch too. It's
You
got
love the
show
merch.
and love, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
No, I get it.
yeah,
I
Get
get
in
it.
behind it. And just because I got sent this one for free and you guys didn't, I mean, it doesn't mean you
Well,
should
to be honest,
personally-
that's why I'm filthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can have this one if you want.
No, you can have it.
Probably
So
a
you've
bit-
already worn it, stretched it out in weird places.
Yeah, I was going to say a bit small for me, that one. I'd probably need a bigger
Jase,
one.
you put this on me like a moo on you, mate. All
And,
right?
I'm not going to wear
What?
anything that's been rubbing up against your burnt meat.
Jase, you know.
I had that one as well. but I
Oh,
was
that's
like, I'm
so
going to leave
clever.
it.
It's so clever, guys. You guys are so sharp. You know for a fact that I wear a T-shirt underneath all of my jerseys. Remember
yes.
that?
Oh,
Because you
that's
don't like
right,
getting
yeah.
your stink on them.
And I don't like having to wash my jerseys too often. Hey, but the real reason we're chatting about the Wars
Up the wires.
is that the NRL season is back for 2024. Of course, this Friday, the Wars are taking on the Sharks. 8 o'clock, Mount Smart Stadium. And Sky are bringing back the Sky bandwagon. All right, so there's a couple of ways you can win some free tickets and merch as well. Firstly, you can head to Hodaki's socials, tag a mate in the video of me, Jason, Mike doing a little bit of footy there. Someone that you could beat in a one-on-one hit, and you could win tickets for you and two mates and merch to go to the opening game. So that's awesome.
Great stuff,
You
mate.
might want to get along and do that ASAP. Or if you are in Auckland, head to the Cloud at 5 o'clock on Friday or Mangere Town Centre at 6 o'clock. There is a genuine Sky bandwagon, which is going to be picking up people, giving you free tickets and free merch and
It's like
taking you to the game.
Like a wagon.
Yeah, a wagon.
I like that you carry like hay on.
Yeah, like a bandwagon.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
okay.
cool.
Is that safe?
Yeah, no, it'll be like it's a bus. But we're calling it the bandwagon, the Sky bandwagon. Yeah.
So good.
Okay.
So 5 o'clock at the Cloud on Friday or Mangere Town Centre at 6 o'clock, and you could get free tickets and merch.
Bloody oats,
And
I'll
Jase,
be there.
one last thing, and you'll know this. You actually won't. Every single NRL game, including the Warriors, is live on Sky Sport,
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
including ACC commentary on Sky Sport 9.
I've already programmed them into my Sky box.
You have to program your box.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you mad bastards. We got through and we're still breathing and kicking at the end of it. Mookie, your plans for the night, please?
I'm really keen to watch Dune if I can.
The first one.
Yeah.
Have you not watched that either?
I want to watch it again before I go to the second one because if I'm honest, I can't remember a thing about it.
Yes, I did that not long ago. I watched it a second time.
Yeah.
Bloody
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah.
Bloody good. Keyzie, what are your plans for the night, mate?
Tonight I'll probably go home, have dinner with my wife. We'll go for a walk around the park.
Nah.
And then we'll watch something like Country Calendar. And then she'll probably go to bed. I'll probably stay up a bit later, have a glass of port, and play PlayStation.
When are you guys going to have kids? I reckon it's time.
We're trying.
Oh, good on you, man. Get into it, brother.
No, we're not. Just thought I'd try and make it awkward here.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
God, it's awkward in here now. Jesus, we don't have time to hear from you, Jase.
No, not any more awkward than it normally is. To
That's
be fair,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's fine. I'm not up to much. You know, I probably just go to the gym,
Oh, so
smash
you-
some weights.
You're listening it anyway? Okay.
Come home, have a bit of din-dins, some protein.
What's the din-dins
No,
again?
hang on. We
Actually,
already did that.
Yeah,
I know, but
as
I'm
I
just
said,
asking for an update.
Carrot and pumpkin soup, spicy. It's so good. I know it. As I said,
know, you
as
said
I said,
this-
it sounds foul, but it is delicious, and my girls love it. A bit of crusty bread.
Yeah, you
bit of
said all this
toast,
already.
A
Oh,
bit of cracked
God.
pepper, a bit of lemon zest.
Righto.
Thanks, mate.
Hey, up next, Greg Preble on the night show. He's got some gorillas, some Foo Fighters. It's going to be great, eh, fellas? And we're back again tomorrow from 4.
Are
Hey,
we?
fellas.
Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
See you then. Bye.